Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? This is Dashaw Rose here. I am here to talk about another Family Guy character and tell you guys my thoughts on it. Sorry it took so long to make this video. Sorry if it did. Been very busy lately with the puppy and stuff. If you guys hear him barking in the background, sorry, he's a puppy, puppies bark, that's what they do. But yeah, he barks, and then I'm dealing with, other things too, like keep up with the house and stuff, so it's really hard to get things done. And also, I had to watch a lot of Family Guy episodes to do this. See, whenever I do characters, like I basically go through a show and talk about a particular character and my thoughts on my thoughts on like what they did to this character or how they ended up, and go from there with my thoughts. I'll probably be doing this with other shows too, eventually down the road. Right now, I'm doing Family Guy. Now, two things. First, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'm at 186 subs. I finally went up 3 subs. Thank you guys for the support. If we can get to 200 subs, I have 2 surprise videos for you guys. So, we have to get to 200 subscribers first. But so you guys know, I do news-related videos. I don't do reviews as much. I'm probably gonna just stop doing news-related stuff because I'm basically not doing it every single day. I'm kind of sick and tired of talking about pop culture stuff. Occasionally, I'll probably talk about it. It'll probably be more of my thoughts on news-related stuff. So yeah, but I do other things. I do Let's Plays, I do that, and I do videos like this. So if you guys enjoy that stuff, please hit that like button and subscribe. Another thing I want to say is there will be spoilers in this video. There will be spoilers. So, if you guys have not seen Family Guy Season 9, there will be spoilers. Any other seasons of Family Guy, you should be okay, I think. Unless you count the newest seasons, but I'm mainly talking about seasons 1 through 8. You should be fine and all that. You should be fine with that. But if you've seen season 9, if you haven't seen season 9, then you might want to skip this video because there will be spoilers about this character. Now let's go ahead and talk about this. Now, this is Diane Simmons, a character on Family Guy. However, you may be thinking to yourself, why are you talking about this character? Why are you talking about it? Out of all the Family Guy characters that have changed throughout the years, why are you talking about Diane Simmons? Well, I'm actually going to be talking about her and Tom Tucker's relationship. Yes, their relationship. So, I'm going to be talking about the relationship and my thoughts on it and how it fell over time, like how it went from being good to really bad. So we're going to be talking about that. So yes, anywho, let's go ahead and talk about Diane Simmons and Tom Tucker. So you guys may not know this, but for a short time there, Tom Tucker and Diane Simmons were actually in love. They actually hinted at them being in love with each other. This basically was a trend that didn't last very long, unfortunately. It didn't last very long, though. Eventually, it ended up, becoming a thing where they just have a duel. And they argue all the time, and Tom Tucker talks crap about Diane Simmons all the time. I personally do not like that change. I really don't. I really don't like that change, honestly. I don't like how they changed that and all that. Now, they actually changed this early on in the very first 3 seasons of the show. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, I know. People really like the first 3 seasons of Family Guy, and I'm not saying they're bad seasons, because they're not. That was like at Family Guy at its good golden moments. Like basically, Peter was a likable dad. Lois was basically a likable mom. And Stewie was an evil genius. Brian was the voice of reason. And, Chris was, Chris was just Chris. I mean, we'll just go with that. But my point is, they were all likable characters. But the thing is, though, is Tom Tucker and Diane Simmons, their duo is basically, went back, it basically started back in season 2. Yeah, season 2. Season 2 is when it started. That's when it started, though, in Wasted Talent. But that's when it started. Basically, it started there. There were moments where they did get annoyed by each other, but basically it started kind of happening there where they started getting really annoyed. Like Tom was basically becoming this unlikable jackass, and Diane Simmons was just basically annoyed by him all the time. I'm not gonna lie, I really hate that. I really hated that duel. I really hate it. I really do. But you may be asking yourself, where does the whole them being in love happen at? Well, in the very second episode of the show, I Never Met the Dead Man. That episode, they actually hint at them being a couple. Well, they weren't really dating or anything, but them having feelings for each other. Because Tom Tucker, as you guys see here, was basically trying to smack, Diane Simmons behind. Meaning, that they kind of had a thing for each other. And he basically wanted to spank her, and all that. But that's the thing, they kind of hinted at it, where they kind of had feelings for each other for a while there. But they started, going away from that and more towards them bickering at each other. And that's where I don't like it. Yeah, basically their relationship started going downhill, and they basically became unlikable. Diane Simmons didn't really serve much of a purpose, and neither did Tom Tucker. Basically, Diane Simmons just existed just to point out how much Tom Tucker's an asshole, which really stinks. Yeah, it really does stink that they did this. But yes, they did do this. Basically, I'm not sure why the writers decided to do this, but they did. And basically after season 2, yeah, they went further down this way. They went further down with this path. Basically, them just being, Tom Tucker just being this jackass guy, and Diane Simmons being basically the one who's calling out his bullshit. And it's just sad. It's kind of sad how they became a toxic pair. Basically, they became toxic, and I don't like that. I told you guys in my past, I think I did at least, in my past reviews, like on Blue Sky or something. I think I mentioned this in an Ice Age 5 review. I'm not sure. But I basically talked about how I don't like toxic relationships and all that. I don't know if it was that. I can't remember what review it was, but there was a review where I talked about that, and this is what I'm talking about. Now, I don't know if they really are considered relationships. They're just workers that work together, I guess. But I basically just I just don't really like this. I don't know if anybody else thinks this way too, but I really don't like. I really don't like how they changed like their relationship and stuff to focus on this, because we can't really get any comedy out of this. There really isn't much comedy out of this. There wasn't really much. And the thing is, though, they were never really main characters on the show. They really weren't. They really weren't ever really main characters. I mean, there's a few episodes where they were focused more on, like, Diane Simmons was focused on the episode where Peter was doing this play thing, and then there's an episode later down the road where Tom Tucker is they're focusing on his career and all that, but they never really focus on them too much. They're mostly used just gags. And they're not very funny. I'm not gonna lie, they're not funny. I don't like seeing toxic, humor on a show. I don't like it. I hate it. I really do hate the toxic humor. That's unfortunately what they did. They turned these two characters into, like, where they were hinting at them having feelings for each other, to just toxic relationship with each other, which I really hate. I really, really hate that. Unfortunately, though, that led all the way to season 8 of the show, where they kept doing this, and it just got old after a while. It really did get old. I'm not gonna lie, it really did get old. That's one of the things I really hated about this show, was just seeing them complain at each other. But that's really how it was forever. It really was. And unfortunately, it didn't get better from there, because in season 9, episode 1, Diane Simmons dies. Yeah, she dies. She does die. She gets shot off, by a mysterious figure off the cliff. That figure ended up being Stewie, because apparently she turned out to be a murderer. So unfortunately, they killed her off of the show and all that. And I know she killed someone, but Tom Tucker was basically going to replace her and all that. And I'm not saying it's okay to kill people just to get your way. I'm not saying that's a good idea, but the fact that they turned her into a serial killer and basically killed her off, that actually frustrated me a bit. That frustrated me. But it's basically a 2-part episode. I can't remember what it was called. I forgot. I did back then, but I kind of forgot. When I was making the title cards, I kind of remembered, but I ended up forgetting. I can't remember. I think it was Then There Was Fewer. I think that was the name of the episode. Then There Was Fewer. Yeah, I think that was it. But basically, it was a 2-part episode. It was actually a pretty good episode, I'm not gonna lie. Really, the only thing I hated about it was mainly the ending. I mean, I was sad that some of the characters got killed off, but I was mostly sad that they turned Diane Simmons into a serial killer. I really do hate that. I really hate how they turned her into a psychotic serial killer, and basically they left Tom Tucker. Why not freaking kill Tom Tucker? They could have freaking killed Tom Tucker. Because Tom Tucker doesn't get any better after this episode. He freaking doesn't. He's still a fucking jackass. He really is. He's still a jackass. Basically, it's worse now because Diane Simmons ain't there to call out for his bullshit, being a total dick. And now we have Joyce Kinney. Joyce Kinney is Diane's replacement, and she's not very good. I don't like Joyce Kinney. I really don't. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I really don't like Joyce Kinney. I really don't. She's got no personality. She just exists. I mean, with Diane Simmons, although I hated the duel between her and Tom Tucker because Tom Tucker was an asshole, I still liked seeing her on screen and stuff. Joyce Kinney, though, has got nothing. She's basically just a knockoff of Diane Simmons. and she's not very and she's not, I mean, she doesn't really have any roles. She has like one episode focused on her, but they kind of forgot about her pretty much. They kind of forgot about her, and I mean, I've seen a lot of episodes, and yeah, they definitely did kind of forget about her a bit. She's kind of just pushed to the background and all that. I'm not saying I liked the Tom Tucker and Diane Simmons duel either. I didn't. I told you guys I didn't like it. I didn't like how that's all they existed for on the show, was basically to complain at. While originally they were hinting at them having feelings for her. That was more funny. That was funny. But I did not like how they ended up killing Diane Simmons off and kept Tom Tucker. Even though Tom Tucker is probably one of my least favorite characters on the show. I freaking hate him. I hate him. He's basically just a jackass. I used to like him when, you know, he had some funny moments in the earlier seasons, but he became just a freaking snob jackass. Basically, without Diane Simmons there, even then, like, it wasn't really funny, but it still had something. But now it's just nothing. They basically just killed her off, and they killed her off, and she's basically dead now on the show. Unfortunately, that's kind of where it ends with her, and then, her ghost appears a few times in the background, but she's basically a forgotten character at this point. And again, I really do hate how they replace her with Joyce Kinney, and Joyce Kinney ain't that good. I mean, I miss Adam West too, but at least his brother, he's voiced by Sam Elliott. At least he's somewhat has interesting moments. Joyce Kinney basically is just a push to the background and doesn't even really exist on the show anymore. You know, she doesn't really exist anymore, and it's kind of a shame, you know. I mean, I really wish they would have just killed Tom Tucker off. I feel like killing Tom Tucker off would have been much better. But they didn't do that, though. They said they killed off Diane Simmons as a character I actually liked and felt bad for. Basically, they killed off the character I didn't give a shit about. And, I mean, I used to, I told you guys back when they were hitting at them being couples, but after they turned him into an unlikable character, then I'm just like, I freaking just hate how they just killed him. Well, they kept him, but killed off Diane Simmons. I just hate that. I really hate that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of just, I don't know what to really say here. I kind of basically said about everything I need to say about this. I was telling you guys my thoughts on the whole duel, and I basically did. I don't know what else to really say. I really don't. I guess we'll just always remember Diane Simmons. I mean, rest in peace. Even though she did kill people to get her way. I mean, I at the same time I felt bad for her because Tom Tucker treated her like shit all the time and tried to replace her. In the same episode, she became a murderer. But I don't really know. I don't know what to say there. I'm going to probably go ahead, though, and end up letting things go here, though, I guess, because I don't have really much else to really say. I guess you guys could tell me your guys' thoughts on this duel. Do you guys think the Tom Tucker and Diane Simmons being a couple would have been better than being a duel? Or do you think just making Tom Tucker an asshole and stuff was better? Because I personally think them being a couple would have been better. But I don't know what to say here. I really don't know what to say. I'm going to go ahead and probably let things go here, though. Rest in peace, Diane Simmons. You will be missed. Anywho, if you guys enjoy videos like this, check out my playlist. I have a whole lot of different videos. Anyway, I'll see you guys all next time. Anywho, This is Dash Show Rose out.